Hey, welcome to another episode of Issues and Insights. I'm Bryce Shoemate from Hardin County Government, and this morning I'm here with Chris Denham from Elizabethtown Police Department. And as you all can tell, with the numbers spiking, with COVID positives throughout Hardin County, Chris and I are socially distanced. We're farther than 6 foot apart, and we wore our mask in as we came in. So please continue to wear your mask if you're out and around in the county, and that not only protects you, it protects others as well. So make sure you've got that and using that well when you're out around through there. But you know what, today, Chris, I hate to say this, but it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It doesn't feel a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, and I mean, what a weird year. You know, we've talked. You and I've talked about this several times before, and it is hampering your all's ability. And when I say you all, I'm talking about E-Town Police Department, Radcliffe Police Department, Vine Grove Police Department, and the Kentucky State Police. It's hindering all of your all's abilities to collect monies for Shop with the Cop.
It's changed a lot of things, Bryce. You know, typically we were out and really involved and engaged with the community, and unfortunately we haven't had the opportunity to be able to do that this year. In an effort to keep everyone safe, we've kind of been reclused, and frankly that's just not us. But one big hot button topic would be Shop with the Cop this year, and it is, we're still going to drive on, but it's going to look much different, much like all of 2020 has looked.
So Chris, have you all talked about how you're going to do it and how this is going to transpire? Because I know in the past, when I was working in police work, which seems like a decade ago now, but it hadn't been that long ago, five years, we worked with the school resource folks at Hardin County School System to help get names for who needed a hand up, so to speak, during Christmas. How are you all going to do that this year?
You know, we're still working closely with the Family Resource Centers at both Elizabethtown Independent and Hardin County Schools. They are identifying those individuals who are in most need. So the way we're going to do Shop with the Cop, in lieu of typically how the school systems bring the students to the Walmart and we actually physically take them shopping, what we're going to do this year is those students selected, their parent or guardian will take them to Walmart, and Walmart has been gracious to facilitate this as well, because it is going to require some significant amount of effort, additional effort on their part. But the families are going to take the child to Walmart, and they're going to select the items within the parameters that we give them, and they're going to put those items on layaway. And then 2 times a week, I am going to go up to Walmart and purchase the items, bring them back to the police department, and then we'll put together a plan and take it out and deliver it to the families. So we're still going to have that opportunity to interact with the kids, and we felt that was very important. Of course, we could have just handed out perhaps Walmart gift cards, etc., but that would completely lose the interaction we have with the students and with the children and the families as well. So we felt it was important to continue that.
And as much as we like to think that you all are doing this, I started to say we're doing this, you all are doing this as a way to help, there's lots of people that will take advantage of that help as well.
Sure, there are some checks and balances in place, and without going into a great amount of detail, I'll spare that, but there are checks and balances in place. So one thing being, when I go to pick up the items that are on layaway, I'll look through the items to verify that in fact they are within the parameters, again, that we have given. And then also the students who have been selected, identified, their name will be on a list for the Walmart employees to review. So it's going to be a fluid way and we're going to make this thing successful.
But it's more difficult than in the past.
It's different. I mean, again,
yes.
2020 it's certainly been it's been different. But we'll meet challenges and we'll deal with them.
But in saying that, it's also been difficult for you all to go out and solicit donations as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, we haven't had the opportunity to do that. And I know folks have been hit hard with the downturn in the economy as a result for a litany of reasons, COVID being one of them, but there's not probably as much cash to go around.
Right.
So anyone who wants to donate can still do so. They can contact me, Chris Denham, at the Elizabethtown Police Department, 270-765-4125.
And folks, we'll put that down at the bottom of the screen, that phone number, 270-765-4125, so that if you all want to make a donation, Chris, are you all able to go out if, if the folks can't, say, get into the police department to drop off the donation? Can you all go by and pick it up?
Well, that's what I was going to cover too. We actually have our lobby. It's closed as well due to COVID-19. So folks, if they wish to donate, call me, and I'm glad to come out and pick those donations up. I've done that several times.
Sure.
If you notice the scruffiness to my face, you've probably never seen before. Every year we do a No Shave November. It started back under Chief Schiller, and then Chief Land continued it, and now Chief Thompson. But the proceeds, what happens? Each employee donates $40 to a pot, and then those proceeds, the collected, are given to a charity. Well, this year the charity that was selected by employees unanimously was Shop with a Cop. So, and
that's great. How much do you all typically raise when you all do that?
Close to $1,500 is what was what we raised this year. So $1,500, that'll take 12 kids shopping, just for people have to look at our beards, for our scruffy beards, for a month, but I think it's worth it.
And to give people a little bit of an idea of how many young people your all's Fraternal Order Police Lodge usually will take out shopping for Christmas. How many kids is that usually?
Somewhere in the 2 to 250 range. We have been over that at times, but we'll be in the 2 to 250 range typically.
And folks, again, you all are out there watching. It is so much harder for these agencies to be able to collect this year. If you would like to give to a Shop with a Cop program and you're in the Elizabethtown area, 765-4125, that's 270-765-4125, and ask for Chris Denham, John Thomas, and they will get you all arranged around so that you can be able to get your donation in. And some of you all that may not be able to get out, or you're a little bit worried about getting out and getting yourself exposed, E-Town Police Department will actually come out and pick up your donation from your house. And again, they'll be wearing a mask so that they don't threaten you all with anything, although they're police officers. I got to say, some of the most professional folks I've ever seen will come out, and they'll have their personal protection equipment on, so there's no exposure there whatsoever. Or if you just feel safe by, when they tell you they're on their way out, by you leaving it in your mailbox or on the front porch so they can come, that's up to you. But they will be glad to come to your house and pick it up.
Yeah, we can do it contactless, absolutely. And I have done that this year already. So. And
Chris, in years past, we've talked with Radcliffe Police Department and Kentucky State Police. Kentucky State Police is not able to do a Shop with the Trooper this year. So what they're doing instead is they're taking donations of canned food. I talked to Scotty Sharp, the PIO from Kentucky State Police, and Post 4 is starting to accept canned goods donated starting on November the 20th and running through the 5th. And actually December the 5th, they're going to have a cruiser out at the Dolphin Drive Kroger's, and you can actually go in and make your grocery list and bring a few extra cans out and cram the cruiser with all kinds of food items. And it's my understanding that they are partnering with Helping Hand of Hope to be able, and of course Helping Hand of Hope, as many of y'all know, put together food baskets to be able to help our families out in the community that need a hand up, and during Christmas time. And this is going to be overwhelming this year, Chris.
Again, it's going to be different, and we need to come together and do our best to help those who are in need. And I'm afraid this year it's inclined to be more than years in the past.
Well, let me give you all this. If you want to donate canned goods to help Kentucky State Police out in their canned food drive, you can do so at the new Post 4 location, and that's out New Glendale Road. If you take the bypass and turn right on New Glendale Road, like you're going towards Glendale, the new school,
East Hardin Middle School.
East Hardin Middle School is on the left. There's an access road that actually turns in to go to East Hardin Middle School that also takes you to the new Post 4 State Police Barracks, and that road has just been renamed.
It has, just Cameron Ponder Drive.
So you'll turn left on Cameron Ponder Drive, and that's in memory of our Trooper Ponder.
Cameron Ponder was killed in September years ago.
If you want to help them out, please let them know. You can also reach Scotty Sharp at Kentucky State Police Post, and we'll put that phone number down at the bottom of the screen as well. Trooper Scotty Sharp, and he will make sure that those collections get taken care of. Or on December the 5th, you can go out to Dolphin Drive Kroger's, and they'll actually have folks there from Helping Hand of Hope, folks there from Kentucky State Police, and they'll have a cruiser there. You can't throw your cans at the cruiser. They're saying cram the cruiser. So I want y'all know there's a difference there, okay? So absolutely, they'll be there. I think last year Scotty had several basket carts that he had sitting there at the entrance, and as folks would come in, they would drop their donation in the basket cart. And with everything that's going on right now, that's probably a safer idea of being able to drop off and being able to keep socially distanced. So, Chris, I did have a note from Radcliffe police officer Lieutenant Holman, who has taken care, as you know, of Radcliffe's, since I left. He's taking care of Radcliffe's Shop of the Cop, and if you'll indulge me, I'd like to read this a little bit here. It says, we're really low on funds this year due to COVID-19. We were not able to do a lot of our donation gathering that we normally do every year, and every year they have members of the Radcliffe FOP that go out and go door to door to many of the businesses soliciting money for Shop of the Cop. So they haven't been able to do that, and it's just not safe right now to do that. Same reason you all have had trouble. And so they say, remember us and try to give something that would be great. They can drop off donations at the police department in Radcliffe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And Radcliffe Police Department is located right behind Radcliffe City Hall there on Lincoln Trail Boulevard. You turn like you're going toward the swimming pool, towards Colvin Community Center. Radcliffe Police Department's there on the right-hand side, and I think they've got a number that you can call because I believe the lobby is shut down. They've got a number on the door that you can call, and you can just leave your donation there, and they'll come out and pick it up. So they say you can drop there, or there is actually a donation drop-off box that is secured, that's at 168 East Vine Street in Radcliffe, 168 East Vine Street. We'll put that down. That's Radcliffe FOP's Lodge Hall. You can drop off your donation there, and you can do that 24/7. Or they also have a fundraiser set up on a Facebook page. It's Radcliffe FOP Lodge 39. Again, we'll put that down at the bottom of the screen. The Facebook page that they're taking donations on is Radcliffe FOP Lodge number 39. So Lieutenant Holman was not able to be here with us today because they had several calls that and they also had somebody call in sick today, so they were having they didn't have as many men on the shift, many folks on the shift today to cover. So I can't say men anymore; it's officers. It's officers because we've got a lot of lady officers on our forces as well.
Proud to say that Hardin County law enforcement as a whole is very diverse.
That is a great statement to say, and we are very blessed with the folks we have.
I think our law enforcement as a whole accurately represents those who we serve.
That's right. So again, folks, if you all want to give to Radcliffe, you're in the Radcliffe area and you want to help out the Radcliffe FOP, several of you all in the years past that have helped me when I was at Radcliffe Police Department in collecting, several of you businesses out there, and I know it's been hard on the businesses and it's been rough. And we're not asking you to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing. And Chris, I know that's as well as for Elizabeth.
The same thing, absolutely.
But anything that you could donate monetarily to Radcliffe Shop of the Cop can be done at their Lodge Hall. And again, that address will be down at the bottom of the screen, and I believe it was 168 East Vine Street in Radcliffe, and they've got a drop-off box, or at Radcliffe Police Department. Of course, they're open 24/7. All of the police departments are open 24/7. So.
You know, and I hate to bring this down, but we have to face reality, and that's in talking about soliciting donations. We need to talk about scams. You know, there are a lot of common scams that go around, and these scammers prey on the vulnerable and the generosity of kind, good people. So it's important to discuss that none of these organizations who we're discussing today, Bryce, will ever call you and ask that you send money without a face-to-face contact of some type. If you ever question the authenticity of any of those inquiries, please call your local law enforcement. Feel free to call me directly, and we'll sort through that. We have we have made some phone calls to folks who have donated to us in the past, but if it doesn't sound right, or if you even remotely question the authenticity of the call, please respectfully tell them that you need to verify who they claim to be, and give me a call, and I'll try to help you do that.
And Chris, I've even had calls at my house saying this is a police officer's professional organization. Mm-hmm. And we're calling, and then just as soon as I say, well, I'm a retired police officer, click, they hang up.
Right.
So, folks, there's a lot of people, and even my parents before have gotten these calls talking about, this is some police organization collecting money to help police officers who are sick or down or fallen officers or whatever. Please do not give money. I'm not saying these people are not actual organizations, but we would rather you call our local police departments to make sure they are who they say they are before you donate to them. Chris, again, that 270-765-4125 to talk to you or
Absolutely.
Any police officer.
Or you can email me. It's Chris, CHRIS.Denham, DENHAM at ElizabethTownKY.gov. Again, if you see anything suspicious, please reach out. I would much rather you contact me and it be nothing than to fall victim to a scam. And this is a time of year that typically scams are on the uptick. With the holiday season, there's, just as you said, people claiming to be supporting law enforcement or fraternal order of police. It's sad that it happens, but it's reality.
And not only that, but with the internet so viable and so many people having access, and we are purchasing, while all this is going on, a lot of purchases have been made online rather than
Absolutely.
going in person. And so a lot of our information of that concern our debit or credit cards, personal information that we have on there, maybe where we've even paid a loan rather than going and pay it personally. All that information's online, and people are starting to get more, I won't say that they're scammers, but I believe truly that they are. You have a better idea on this than I do. That
it's a multi-billion-dollar annual industry, Bryce. So these criminals are going to go to the most lucrative direction, and internet scamming is there. I mean, it's at the top. So don't be an easy target. I mean, again, if it seems odd, then it probably is. Trust your intuition.
And we want to talk about not only that, Chris, but people are already starting to holiday shop, and if they're going out the malls, please, again, wear your mask and make sure that you're protecting yourself. But as you get out of your car,
be aware of your surroundings. And when shopping, I encourage you to continue to, as you feel safe to do so, and keeping the appropriate safe distance. These businesses so desperately need our revenue. So especially small business, our local small businesses, they're certainly suffering. So I encourage citizens to patronize them and continue to do that. But when doing so, be mindful as you shop. Placing items in your vehicle where you secure them. Put them in an area where they can't be easily seen. If you're going to leave items in your car, leave it where they can't be easily seen. Because, again,
put them in your trunk.
Thank you. I was trying to
put them in your trunk.
The word trunk.
People that have SUVs, because there's so many SUVs out there, we don't think a trunk as much anymore. Put them in the cargo area where there's a
cover them with something. But be mindful when you're doing that. If you're shifting a bunch of packages from your front seat to your trunk and covering them up, be mindful. There could be someone waiting, watching you do this. So be mindful of that.
And pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what row you've parked in. And take your phone in the notes section if you want to use your phone, or take. We used to tell people to take the back of your checkbook. Not as many people
no one has a checkbook.
Yeah, debit cards. Put somewhere on a sticky note, there we go, and put what aisle you parked in and so on, because if you get in there and you start shopping, you're thinking about other things, you're following your Christmas list, you're You're doing everything that you can to get those things in a safe manner, and you forget where you park.
Sure. And the more time you spend in a dark parking lot, obviously, the opportunity for something to go wrong.
Because the bad guys are watching.
Sure. And that's not to say that we're infiltrated with a significant amount of violent criminals in Hardin County, but the reality of it is you don't know.
That's right.
You don't know.
And with this season being harder on people, there may be people that are more tempted to do those kind of things than ever before.
We always talk about, and it's not just with this type of crime, but any crime. We talk about the crime triangle, and that's opportunity, ability, and desire. You can do nothing about someone's ability or desire to commit a crime.
But the opportunity.
But you can always do something about their opportunity. If they don't have the opportunity, and it takes all three. If they have the ability and desire, but there's no opportunity, there's going to be no crime. If you steal their opportunity from them, crime will
That's right. And same thing goes, Chris. A lot of people have started to decorate. I've been watching on Facebook, and everybody knows I'm a Christmas person. I mean, anybody out there?
As am I.
Yeah. I mean, I am a major Christmas person. Seems like one of the radio stations even told people on Friday that I was a major Christmas person. It's not a lie. I am. And I've already started decorating at the house.
Have you really?
And so people are, back when we were growing up, people would like to leave the drapes open, the shades open to show their Christmas tree off to the street, to show their decorations. And Chris, that can set us up for a dangerous situation as well.
It gives folks the opportunity that have bad intentions to see inside and not only see your beautiful Christmas tree and decorations, but
what the
everything
presents
else.
are.
Yeah, that's right. Everything else is under the tree, and that's sadly, it's just not a time that we can do that.
Right, and there goes the opportunity part again, especially if you're away from the house, that's what is so difficult. I'm not sure as many people are going to be traveling this year because of restrictions with COVID, but if you are traveling, make sure that you have somebody pick up your mail, somebody feed your animals, make sure somebody is watching your house for you. And do you all still do the security checks?
That was my next point. We do. If you're leaving town for a prolonged period of time, you can call the Elizabethtown Police Department and set up a house check. And our officers will come by and check your residence every day. And if any criminal activity or suspicious activity is observed, you or your designee will be contacted and notified. And again, the number of the police department is 270-765-4125. And take advantage of that. That's a free service that we're able to offer, and we're proud to do it. Again, we like to be proactive. We'd much rather respond, check on things, than fail to do that and something bad happen.
Radcliffe Police Department does that as well. 351-4470. You can call Radcliffe Police Department 4477, either one, 351-270-351-4477. We'll put both these numbers down at the bottom of your screen. They'll come by and do a security check. Vine Grove Police Department as well, 270-877-2166 or 2116. I can't remember right now which one it is.
Gosh,
but we'll get the right number.
It's another thing with technology. You don't remember phone numbers.
That's right. I mean, you're pulling your cell phone up and you just hit Kenny Mattingly, and it's it just sends you right there. So that modern technology is great, but it also hurts our memory.
It's a hindrance. I've noticed. Yes.
Yeah. So folks, again, don't make yourself easy targets, and that's one thing that Chris and I have preached for years, to try and make sure that we're not doing that and going on with those. Chris, the holiday season, Christmas in the Park is getting ready to open up. You all will start having all kinds of folks driving out there, and we're so thankful to everybody. Even though we've got COVID-19, what a perfect thing to socially distance and be able to go through and see some great decorations.
Spread the joy of the season. I mean, and that's, and folks, even that, we're all going to be spending more time at home this year, and maybe those with large families, their holiday plans are going to be significantly interrupted. You're not going to be able to have those lengthy family gatherings that we're accustomed to. But take advantage of this time, and maybe if you put up some decorations if you don't normally, and allow folks, kids particularly, to drive down the road and see the decorations and the lights, and it really puts a smile on their face. Right. The parents as well.
And the cool thing, Christmas in the Park at Freeman Lake Park, is going to start. Decoration starts this week. Starts on Thursday. That they're starting to decorate and put those things up. So one of the things we want you all to be aware of is that it starts a line of traffic, especially that first night as people start to come in. There'll be a line of traffic on 31W, and it stretches down from the main entrance there.
The Blue Heron Way entrance, and it'll go south. You know, it often backs up even down past the bypass. It happens.
Yeah. So,
and I would like to add, there are businesses and residences alike, at least residential streets, that can be impacted by that. And when you're waiting in line, be mindful of that. Please don't block other entrances, because it does create havoc for those businesses.
And we've had trouble with that very thing happening, and there was some signage put up.
And we acknowledge that, and we do our best to monitor. In fact, we assign an officer out to that Howard Street and Dixie Highway location as much as possible, as to try to prevent that from happening. Because again, we want it to be a happy time, a good time, but we don't want to affect other people's lives in a negative way. So we're making an effort to combat that.
Chris, Hardin County government tries to do this show every year, where we used to do Shop with the Cop shows when we did Hardin County Crime Stoppers, and we don't do that anymore. But we wanted to bring this on so that we could have every agency talk to you all and let you all know that are out there watching this show that it is a time of year when we see people helping each other more so than any other time of the year. And so we're asking you all would like to donate to Elizabethtown Police Department. Again, the number will be at the bottom of your screen, 270-765-4125.
Correct.
Ask for Chris Denham. Radcliffe Police Department, 270-351-4477 or 4470. You can drop off donations there at Radcliffe Police Department anytime, or at the Lodge Hall at 168 East Vine Street in front of the FOP Lodge. Vine Grove Police Department, if you'll call Chief Kenny Mattingly, he can give you instructions on what to do with how they're going to provide Christmas this year. Scotty Sharp from Kentucky State Police. They're going to be accepting canned food donations at Post 4. Again, Post 4 has been relocated out off of Glendale Road next to the new
East Hardin Middle School.
East Hardin Middle School. Trooper Cameron Ponder Drive there off to the left. Post 4 is accepting donations from November 20th through December 5th. And December 5th, they'll be at, I just went blank, the Kroger out on Dolphin Drive. I'm sorry, folks, I'm getting older. And so if you all can do anything to help any of these agencies out, please let them know. Call them, drop off your donation, or they'll be glad to come out. Thank you all for joining us today. We want you all to have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. Be safe. Make sure that you keep your family healthy. And stay tuned to Hardin County Educational and Community TV as we keep you up to date on what's going on in this great community that we all call Hardin County, that we love and is home. And more especially, we'll keep you up to date on what's going on in your students' life in the Hardin County school system. I'm Bryce Shoemate from Hardin County Government. Chris Denham from E-Town Police Department. Chris, thanks for
having me, man.
us.
I enjoyed it.
You all stay safe.